What are you doing? What are you doing and why? So those are two questions from Thomas Wilson. What and why? What are you doing and why? Joining together, being here, now, bundles of miracles is our middle names. Being aware more of the time to make better decisions, have better responses. This is an admirable goal. Talking common sense. Wishing to improve over time, over our moments of life. Being the best we can. This is the culmination of the experience we have been able to accumulate over, 20,000 years, mostly. Let me ask another question. What is your name? What is your name? Which one is the answer? Because you are all of these names. And which names I am referring to is not only the name given to each of us by our parents, but the names that one has carried before in the past, in the iterations, in the generations of evolutions, Homo sapiens. You did not just materialize out of the dust. You have materialized out of much smaller particles, because dust are relatively solid and real, can get in your eyes. But what we're talking about is beneath this. It is beneath the feeling of texture or material presence. It is energy we're talking about. In this DNA, because this is the format or the characteristic or the environment or the way this is all unfolded, it is still energy, woven and wound in different ways, carrying different symbology and messages. And so when I ask this question, what is your name? I mean it for one to be thoughtful. Yes, I have this name and I have many names from a long line of experiences. They recede in the distance of time for millions of years, billions of years. When we could call the ocean our mother, it still is, remembering where we have come from. Whatever religion, whatever culture one comes from, it's a beautiful thing. Whatever music, whatever traditions. As long as they are not brutish or harmful to others, prerequisite of all. This is what the United Nations for. This is the United Nations' job, to maintain peace. So it's doing a very poor job. Some ways it does very well, but in general, with what we're seeing, it's doing a very poor job. Why? This needs to be researched. Obviously, single nation states should not be the ones determining our futures like they are today, for a lot of different reasons. We need to take responsibilities, ladies and gentlemen. Children, all being. We need to be stewards of our own personalities, families, friends, communities, nations, and yet also of our world. This is our world. The air one breathes is our air. The water one drinks is our water. The land that one is on is our land. This is the truth. It is not really yours or mine. Think about 1,000 years ago where you are standing or sitting or being aware. 1,000 years ago, go back in time. And where you are right now, is it forests? Is it a little bit of grassland? Is it a city? Or your home? No. Just 1,000 years. It's not that long of a time. It's 50 generations. What was this land being used for? What could one see in the sky? What was going on? What were people doing with each other? What were people communicating like? What were the dynamics of our societies? And what kind of traditions were being shared in our communities, in our nation states, our monarchies, our configurations of governing? What was going on? These things are all important to consider because they are our past. What is your name? Knowing that you've had enough is enough. One need not have specific names. Although over the span of time thinking, each of us has had many indications of individuality. Not dozens or hundreds, but millions upon millions. Oh, when someone says, we are here now, meaning we are present, capable of thinking and thinking. Bundles of miracles. We are meaning. We have a semblance. And I don't mean that in a derogatory sense. I mean it in an honest, authentic sense. A semblance of understanding 1/100,000th of the electromagnetic spectrum. There is 100,000 times more going on than we are aware. This is within the context, I believe, of where ESP and different things like this occur, are the sounds of the earth, things like that. Whatever range, 100,000 times. Little out of my league. We are already bundles of miracles. Humbled in our thinking about these things that are about our world, about Homo sapiens nature, about our possibilities, about our good fortune to be here in the Aquarian age, where in its dawning we can receive feedback on the way Homo sapiens have behaved. We can look, we can learn, we can listen, we can prepare, we can implement, we can improve. This is what we should be doing. We want to be smart. And what I define smart being is having peace, having the multiplicity of cultures, religions, and other kinds of spiritual traditions and means of governance and community interactions should be on a scale of appreciation, not strife. Should be on a scale of cooperation and wanting to get to know all of the peculiarities of our human race, musics, art, dress, thinking. Let this world be a hodgepodge of different cultures and tastes and foods and sights and sounds. Is this not what we want to be stimulated? To be creative? Are we so shallowly thinking? We need to extirpate others' means of identification and self-relevance. Let us look at everything in every corner to greater and greater depths, and being able to do this, understand everything better, wider perspective, experience, wisdom, grace. Is this not common sense? Humbled by our receptiveness to expanding our personal awareness. And doing this now, allowing one's skin to shimmer with warmth and the vitality of one's body shaking, pulsing, breathing, trembling with ecstasy. As the world, as the universe expands around us, in the sense that our awareness is the expansive part. The universe is always here. The air is always immersing us. The energy is omnipresent. Where have we been? Focused on something or another. Wrong or right? It is what it is. Learning from this, there is room for improvement. This is what we're saying in mindful meditation. Thinking about the good and what we would call the bad, and coming to better understandings. And we need to do that. There's a lot of problems in the world today. A lot that need to be taken care of. And you have your own pet peeves. You have your own list that you've made in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. That's okay. That's good. They need to be communicated. And we need leaders receptive to this. You think that this is mindful meditation or not? There is nothing more important than this. When oftentimes people begin to practice, what do they say? Coming into a comfortable posture undisturbed. If you are at war, your land, or even just you within your own heart, where is this place of comfort? Where is the focus and the peace and the calm? If your heart or your soul or your body, your material self, is shaking with the violence of one's culture, one's civilization, one's personality, what then? Everything needs to be considered. Everything is part of the foundation of life. It is, in my opinion, better to look deeper rather than in just the cultural phenomena that are occurring all the time, bubbling up and down. You understand what I mean. Fads and what we do, what's actually occurring. Because it's always changing, as everything else. Think about the last 50 or 100 years, all the different skirt lengths that women have worn, or the bathing suits, or the hairstyles. We have a tremendous ability to think and to postulate and be inventive, and for also making mistakes, because that's part of the nature of our universe. Energy goes up and down and right and left and all around. So we need to be realistic to what's out there, what is, and do our best. We need improvement. Look around. We are on a thread between all of these different possibilities or potentials. The dawning of the Aquarian age has brought us to the stage of self-recognition, realization, illumination, revelation of what's occurred, of whom we are. Don't think that we're not like what we have been for the last 20,000 years. Look, if mindful meditation is anything, it is one must make the inquiry themselves. Practicing, thinking all day. It is what it is. If one wishes to change, then change. It takes conscientious practice to improve oneself. This is my opinion. Because one must build and gain new attributes, new virtues or qualities, new personality, characteristics. How do you do that? Practicing, being aware. Using self-affirmations to help strengthen this awareness. I am strong. If you keep saying that, you will be stronger. Have a wonderful day. Seek improvement. Be kind. Virtue also includes generosity and kindness and compassion. Don't forget these, for they are crucially important, foremost inside of one's own realm of thinking. Not just the words, the meaning of them, the symbology in one's heart and one's soul. Because this is where we're operating. This is where our genuine self, our deepest self, resides. It is the composition of everything we are. It is one's foundation, being alive. The cultural aspects of today is the fluff, whatever you are thinking of. Culture today is just the egotistical, for lack of a different word, attributes of mankind, how we are interacting in certain ways. The way women are treated, for instance, in many different ways, in the sense of employment, or in the sense of value, or in the sense of being sexualized. Thinking about what we are doing. The music continues for another minute. As with the rest of one's day, ponder. Namaste.